Well, goddamn, what's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, codename Agent Danger, and check it out, man. For today's video, I wanted to bring you guys some pre-update Storm gameplay in anticipation for her new uniform that she should be getting for update 5.1, because even though we have so many things coming for update 5.1 that has me pretty excited, this uniform for Storm is definitely one of the biggest things for me. Iceman, I love Iceman, love Bishop, love the fact that we're getting Jubilee, a tier 3 Jean Grey, and a uniform. You know what I'm saying? All those things, very, very good additions coming with 5.1. But this uniform for Storm hits home for me, right? Seriously. As a kid, growing up, I loved Storm. She was always one of my favorite mutants, right? And in addition to that, in the comics, where she sits, she towers above a lot of the characters in this game right now that are stronger than her. She's an alpha level mutant that has the potential to be omega level because of the fact that she can control the weather. But not only the weather on the planet, but also the weather in outer space. So we need a lot more than just a Shadowland goddess. We need a lot more from the Queen of Wakanda. We need a lot more Netmarble, so I'm hoping that you guys deliver in a big way after making us wait all this time for Storm. Please don't give us a uniform that has one skill change and expect that to make us happy, because honestly, I'm gonna be very, very, very upset. I understand that not every powerful character can come to this game and just completely shake things up like Jean Grey did, but come on, man, we need a lot more out of the Queen. You know what I'm saying? We already disappointed us multiple times, actually 2 times in my opinion, with the White Queen, Emma Frost, because she's a certified Omega level. And in this game, boys, she ain't Omega level, not for me, right? So I'm hoping that you guys don't let us down with the Queen of Wakanda. We need survivability and we need a lot of damage. I need her to be at least half as strong as Jean Grey currently is right now in the game, level 60, no uniform. If she's not that level, I'm gonna be very, very upset. And in a few days, you guys are gonna see me here complaining about it like you did with Wolverine and Thor. So I'm hoping that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I don't want to be a Debbie Doubter. But honestly, she needs a lot more than this. Storm is probably one of the most powerful Shadowland characters in this game. As soon as you get it to like 4 stars, she can completely dominate in Shadowland because of her crowd control. But if you take her outside of Shadowland, put her in World Boss Ultimate, ABX, PvP, especially Timeline with the current meta, she gets incinerated. She gets destroyed. She has no value there. As you're about to see in today's video, we're going to take her into World Boss Ultimate. Her damage, very low. Survivability, even lower, because she only has 1 iframe and a guard. And in World Boss Ultimate, there's so many status effects. Shock, bleed, poison, burn, all that good stuff. That goes past the guard. She has no healing, no freaking immunity, no invincibility, none of that. So we need a lot. She needs a lot of help. Now, I know because of the fact that you guys saw that she's getting a uniform, a lot of you guys have been investing a lot of resources in Storm in anticipation for the uniform, but I'm here to deter you guys from doing that. The reason why I'm saying that is because we don't know what she's going to get in terms of skill changes and stat buffs, right? For a uniform bonus, they could easily give her additional crit rate, crit damage, ignore defense. You know what I'm saying? Storm in the game right now, her 5th skill, her most powerful skill, can be guard broken. So when you're building the character, ideally, you want to give her immunity to guard break. So a CTP of destruction would be very, very good for a PvE Storm, right? However, you don't want to do that prematurely and then have Netmarble give the character, like, let's say, immunity to guard break. We don't see them do it too often. Only people like Ant-Man and She-Hulk have immunity to guard break, but they like to give people super armor, which works very similarly for PvE. So if they give her super armor and you decide to give her a CTP of destruction before this update, then you might actually have to pull that CTP of destruction off to give her, let's say, a CTP of energy if she gets a skill that you can channel that has significantly more damage than this one. So you don't want to invest too much in her. Frankly, I'm not touching my Storm until I see what the skill changes look like, what additional effects she gets, and what the stats look like with the new uniform. that also goes for Urus, okay? You don't want to put any Urus on her until you see what happens, because grinding Urus costs energy, and energy is time. And the more energy you waste in this game is just energy that you'll never ever get back. Okay, boys? 100 energy in this game is like 8.5 hours of your time in real life if you're just waiting for your energy to recharge. So let's think about that. Time is limited, it's finite, and so is cash, okay? Finite resources. So be very careful. Never, and I mean ever, like run to build a character before you see what their new uniform looks like. Like for me, not touching Jean Grey, not touching Storm, not touching Nightcrawler, not touching anyone that I think has a chance of getting a uniform in this update. And I would implore you guys to do the exact same. Anyways, enough rambling, boys. Let's jump into a little bit of gameplay with my Storm, and I'll show you guys what she can currently struggle to do in my favorite game mode right now. So we're gonna jump in against Cull Obsidian since she's an energy-based character, and frankly, the best I can do with Storm right now is stage 12. And that's stage 12 with the best leadership character in the game and one of the best support types, right? Yeah. We're also going to have to give her anti-venom for healing. We're not going to bring any other strikers like DP or Scarlet Witch because they're going to pop in, they're going to do so much damage, and they're going to make her look like she's doing the damage. You know what I'm saying? We have to bring anti-venom here because otherwise she's going to die way too fast because the bleed damage in here is very, very real. Now, even though this is stage 12, this is actually a struggle for her, simply just to keep her alive, even with anti-venom for the heals, and you guys are about to see. So yeah, it's quite sad. I know I don't have a damage proc on her, but I told you guys why I'm not changing the obelisk prematurely, and we're getting like bled out there. So yeah, like we need a lot more from this. We need a lot more from oh, hold up. Oh boy, okay, so we need a lot more from Storm, man, like for real. Oh boy. Like, I'm hoping that if they keep the 5th skill the same, I'm hoping they had way more damage, because you can see for yourself it doesn't do that much damage, right? And I'm hoping that if they keep it the same, they make it an iframe. It doesn't make sense why the 4, look at the 4, like how's the 4 an iframe and the 5 not an iframe? Whoever was designing these skills, like what are the criteria for a character to have an iframe on one skill that does a similar motion? Like she even rises higher. She rises even higher with the 5th than she does with the 4th. So why is the 4th an iframe and the 5th isn't? It doesn't make sense to me. Somebody explain that to me. What classifies a skill as an iframe? Just whatever devs feel like okay, like I wake up, you know what, 4th skill iframe, 5th skill not iframe. Makes sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, like look how high she rises. Like it actually doesn't make any sense, bro. I'm hoping that they see that and they go back and change this. And if they keep the channel on the 2, they really got to make it better. Like they really got to do better than like this. I never understood why they give her a skill that could channel and they didn't give her any immunity in her kit. Like she's literally one of the only characters that have a skill that you can channel, but it's not a save skill. You know what I'm saying? Like Cable, his skill, his 5th skill, you can channel it, but he has invincibility. Cyclops, okay, she about to die. Anyways, you guys saw where that was going, right? Cyclops, his 5th skill, you can channel it and it has immunity. Why is her 2 skill just empty like that? There's nothing there, right? Let's actually go over here and I'll show you guys how she does against Thanos. It's quite pathetic as well. Like stage 7 is the best I can do with her, and even that is a struggle to keep her alive and to do damage. She needs more than one iframe. She needs more than a guard, right? I wouldn't say give her healing, but give her more iframes if you don't want to give her immunity. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like pathetic. Like in Shadowlands, she's an amazing character. Like she's one of the best characters for entry modes, and I literally use Storm every week on floor 25, right? Because even though that stage is very, very hard, she just goes in and she puts them to shame. Like she literally just goes in and you'll just go 4, 3, 5, and the fight's over. The fight's literally over. They can't move, right? But you take away her ability to stun lock and guard break enemies, and what you're left with is a character that's completely exposed. Leads me to think, like, where do they test these characters when they play them? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they build the characters, do they just say, okay, you know what, let's run some story missions with them and let's see how they do in story missions? Is that really where they test the characters? Because who's playing story missions after the first time they beat it? Literally just a new player. So are all these characters, like, I'm talking about even now, and they need to cut it out. Like, even on the live streams that they do, they really need to stop doing that. They need to stop going into story missions to test out the characters and be like, oh, look how great they're doing in story. Bro, nobody, and I mean nobody who plays this game for more than a month is going to play story missions for like fun. They do it to get the resources and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So they need to find out what these characters lack and what they're strong at, like what they're good at and what they lack, by playing them in real game modes that real players will actually play. And then you won't have people like me making videos on characters saying they're bad, right? Because honestly, let's be real. Do you guys really think I want to make any video saying any character is bad? Hell no! Like, you guys some of you may think so. Like, some of you guys think all I like to do is complain about characters being bad. But let's be honest, I've been playing this game for 3.5, almost 4 years. You think I wake up every day looking like, oh, this is bad, I need to... No, I want to tell everybody that this game is great because it's definitely one of, if not the best Marvel game right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish we could get Future Fight on consoles because I'll be all over it. You know what I'm saying? They just gotta really, like, fix up some of these characters. Like, Storm should be way better than this, man. Okay. I should have used the guard there, but it's okay. The good part is, since Thanos doesn't have nearly as much status effects as Cull Obsidian, especially like the bleed, and because Cull is always upon you, you can do a little bit better against Thanos, but it's not by much. Like, we're literally running out of time right now. Literally running out of time on stage 7. This is an alpha. Let's be real, guys. Storm in the comics is a higher combat rating than Wolverine. Wolverine class is B, beta. Okay, he's beta. Storm is alpha. Okay. No, this is not alpha to me, bro. This is not alpha to me. They need to at least put her where, if they put her where Emma Frost is, no uniform, that would make me like upset, but it would be much better than this. You know what I'm saying? It would be much better than this. Like, for real. This is quite sad. But yeah, guys, I'm not gonna keep you here indefinitely. I just wanted to showcase just how bad Storm is right now and how much she really needs justice. And I hope they didn't just say justice for Storm, like just for shits and giggles. I hope they really meant it. And when they actually rebuilt her in the uniform, they actually tested her in some real game modes and not just story missions. You get me, bro? Anyways, boys, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you guys think Storm really needs from her uniform. I think it's damage, survivability, the whole 9 yards. And I'm saying she needs that Ronin level improvement because she's pretty bad right now outside of Shadowland. But yeah, man, leave me your thoughts. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.